Welcome back on your Sunday morning. September is World Alzheimer's Month. Over 5 million Americans are currently suffering with Alzheimer's, and nearly 500,000 will be diagnosed with the disease this year. Joining us today is Dr. Ramon Bautista and Dr. Stacey Alvarez-Alvarado from the University of Florida. Thank you for being with us.
You're welcome.
You both. I want to ask, why is it so important that we take this month, that we recognize and understand, be aware of this disease?
Well, good morning. And of course, the older a person gets, the more likely they're going to have memory problems, maybe even dementia or Alzheimer's dementia. And of course, patients who come see us, patients, their families, the first question is, doctor, do I have Alzheimer's dementia? Does my loved one have Alzheimer's dementia? And what we tell them, of course, is that not all memory complaints are from dementia. And as a matter of fact, not even the majority of memory complaints in the elderly are from dementia. And even if you do have memory complaints or even mild dementia, there are things that you can do to improve your quality of life.
And let's talk about that for a second, because there's medications, there's treatments. Dr. Alvarez-Alvarado, talk to us about what is available.
Yeah, well, there's various aspects that are available. One of them, previous studies have shown that mental exercises are an option and may help with those brain difficulties that we develop as we age. Currently here at the University of Florida in Jacksonville, along with the University of Florida in Gainesville and the UNF campus in Jacksonville, we're all collaborating in this multi-site trial known as the PACT trial. It stands for Preventing Alzheimer's Disease with Cognitive Training,
Cognitive training. So this is outside of a doctor's office.
Yes, absolutely. So they're basically mental games. They're brain games that are computerized, and the participant goes home and completes them. On the screen, you see the site for pactstudy.org, where you can get more information. Right now, we have a site over at UNF and an upcoming site at the University of Florida here in Jacksonville. And we invite people, if you're 65 years and older, to go in, or if you know somebody that may be part of this study, to just go in and get more information, because we're very excited with this new site.
And Dr. Bautista, I want to talk a little bit about something you said, because a lot of people, they think memory problems in their mind immediately goes to Alzheimer's, but you said there's a variety, there's many different conditions that affect memory. Can you talk a little bit about more, maybe what can people do to look for signs?
Sure. So obviously, being forgetful is probably the prime sign that people look for, and family members saying you're not quite the same as what you were before. But remember, things like vitamin deficiency, even thyroid problems, even being depressed can make people forgetful. Here at UF, our providers actually do a thorough job of trying to figure out the different possible causes you might have to have memory problems in order to figure out the right treatment for you. So it's not just all Alzheimer's, and you need a thorough evaluation by those who take care of these kinds of individuals to know what it is you have.
And the catch-22 kind of here is that sometimes maybe if you're having cognitive decline, you might not recognize it. Can you talk a little bit about how family, friends, loved ones can maybe get involved? How can we monitor each other and maybe keep an eye out?
Sure. Well, as a family member, you're the ones who probably see your loved one every day. See what they do. Are they forgetting conversation? Are they repeating themselves? Are they doing things that they weren't doing before? So just small things like that. Maybe it might be a sign, or it might not be a sign. At any rate, the important thing is to be checked out.
And let's tell our viewers where they can go to get more information.
Sure. So, to see one of our neurologists or providers at UF, you can always call 383-1022.
Yeah, and then for the PACT study, you can go into the site at pactstudy.org, and we'll be providing and adding an additional number in the site soon as well.
That number, I actually have it here, 904-244-4695. Obviously, that's the contact for this PACT study, pactstudy.org, to learn more information.
Yes.
Thank you both for being with us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Appreciate it.